Alafia, aho, ase, namaste. And thank you for watching Shadow of Wolves. Elay, and blessings to all of you. Here is the answer to your questions. I had to wait a long time in order to make this video, to make sure, number one, not only to do research for you guys who have been asking questions when you come here to salute my Orisha, with blessings to all of you, and you salute and you see this beautiful Orisha, Oshumare, and you see him with my Orisha, as well as he also is with my son's Orisha, as we received Oshumare together. Now, the importance in understanding the energy of all of these different energies of Orisha, it is to understand, where did they come from? Who is Oshumare? How did he come about upon this land of the United States, as originally he is from Benin, Nigeria, and blessings to all. In understanding who Oshumare is to understand Nana Baruku, who is the mother of Oshumare. I have heard so much before receiving Oshumare in terms of years ago that he has some energies with Oya, Maferefun Oya, because of the colors. That's what some say, but I'm going to give you the facts. Others say that he is the crown of Yemaya, Maferefun, and blessings to Oshumare and Yemaya in synchronism. As we look at the ocean and we look at Mother Orisha Yemaya, we are also looking at the rainbow and the promise. That's how deep Oshumare is. A unique Orisha, with all due respect and blessings, that you have to be careful when you do receive. The ceremony must be done intricately, correctly, and with love. Where did Oshumare start? When he was in Nigeria, when this Orisha was in Nigeria. He started in Nigeria, and then in blessings to Candomblé. And going into Brazil, many Orishas got lost in between with the knowledge, not physically lost. Come on, stay with me, guys. Lost in terms of during the slave trade from Africa to the United States to Brazil. Some were not known right away, and some were known. Why do I say that he has to be received correctly and intricately? Is why? Is because Oshumare is such a boisterous and a strong Orisha that some say, with his boldness, looking at this here, I'm going to show you the Orishas behind me and giving you an example in the boldness of he doesn't care what the world thinks. He is a wise one of his own. Okay? They say that he beats his own drum. However, in beating that drum, everyone gives moforibai and reverence to Olodumare with all blessings. Now, when this Orisha is in your life, you first have to find out if this Orisha is meant for you. It does not mean because there's an Orisha here, there's Asohano, there's the Imagwas, there's Ideu, there's Orisha Oko, and because it looks beautiful, that you need to receive that Orisha. This must be marked through or reading with your Babalao or Obariate, with your Madrina or Padrino, with blessings. And you don't question them with respect, because you'll say, oh, I heard this on the internet, I heard that. No, you don't question. When they give it to you, they're giving it to you with blessings, and have faith, okay? So in understanding that Oshumare, some say Osumare, is a reverence of just pure peace. Not only does he represent replenishing the land, does he represent fulfillment from the heavens to the earth, and represents fertility, but he also represents peace. His colors of the rainbow represents the colors of the world. In blessings of Osumare, Oshumare, in blessings, they say that the worlds really had no color, that Osumare brought color into the world. He is not only bold and strong. Some receive him with a bow and arrow. Others receive him, what we call this broom, we call it koki. People have different names for the broom, but however it is received in through candomblé, through orisha in Santeria, Oshumare is received beautifully. Now, in understanding the essence and the energy of Oshumare, those of you who are working with children, godchildren, that are very psychic, it helps their psychic abilities. Those godchildren that you have, if they want to give reverence and prayers before doing an exam in college or having to do something big when it comes to intelligence or passing the bar exam or a test, or they have to present in a project, in blessings of Oshumare, in blessings. This particular Orisha has secrets of tools that are inside that you cannot know. Things all over the internet, people Google stuff, that is your business. This is something that when you decide, or when it is marked, not when you decide, because I didn't make the decision to receive Oshumare, it was marked. When you go receiving this Orisha and that Orisha and this Orisha and that Orisha, then what are you going to receive to save you when the time comes? If you say, okay, this looks beautiful, I could afford it, let me get it. What are you going to receive when the time comes? When the time comes for you to receive a certain Orisha, that is your time to receive it. Whatever is in your Ita, after you made Santo, and it says, for example, you have to receive Nana Boruku. And it's in your Ita, in your book of life, for those of you that do not understand, or it is marked to receive that Orisha. It's not a rush to receive it unless it's in Ita, but you need to receive it. So in knowing and understanding the wisdom of Oshumare, he not only represents the energy of a serpent. Oftentimes, we were bred into thinking and raised into thinking that the energy of snakes or serpents are bad. They are not bad. The energy of the serpent and the snake is also the infinity sign. So not only given that Oshumare is a very rare Orisha, and I have to give a lot of props to my son who loved this Orisha from the time he made Santo, and being a child of Chango and studying this Orisha, knowing certain symbols that walk with this Orisha way before me, humbly speaking. And I kept saying, what is the purpose? Why do you want to know? What is the purpose? And then when it came up to having to receive Oshumare and the necessity of it, thank you, Olodumare, and thank you to my guardian angel Achosi. We received Oshumare together. It has to come up in importance for you. Please, those of you who have Santo made or just came out of Yabarahe, meaning came out of your whites, after you have sacrificed your time of 1 year and 7 days, please take your time in receiving Orisha. When you know that you need that notch up, and for example, those of you who are not children of Achosi, but you want to receive, for example, Abata and Elay, how powerful and beautiful. Or you need to receive, say, Ideu. Give yourself time so that you can reinforce yourself. The Orisha will give you the blessing unless it comes up as something needed right away. So in blessing, in understanding the energy of Oshumare, knowing that it came from Candomblé, Nigeria, then it went to Candomblé, and in Santeria, we have also had the blessing of this beautiful, beautiful Orisha, the Orisha of peace, of reverence. But he is boisterous, he is intelligent. He will help you with your psychic abilities. But does that mean after you have seen this video that even if you have Santo made or you plan on having Santo made, that you must receive Oshumare? Not necessarily. Take your time. If your own Orisha, say for example, you are crowned Ochun or Yemaya or Ya with all blessing, Why can't you have faith in the power that you already have? Hmm? Why can't you work with what you already have? Or you're taking your time. Say you just, for example, you got scratched, and that's good. Take your time. You receive sunset, that's good. Take your time. Take your time, because if you're filling up your house with a lot of Orisha and you don't understand the energy of that Orisha, and if you are a millionaire and you can receive all of the Orisha, why? What for? These Orishas that we receive are for stability, they are for strength, they are for love. But also too, they are most of the time, if we have to, give them to others. Let people receive, say Oshumare, or have them receive a locum. This should be definitely for Oshumare, in my opinion, after you get crowned and it comes out in your santo. And if it is marked with your madrina or your padrino and so forth, and it is there in being read through the caracos or through Ifa with the epaulet, that is your Elay, and respect your Elay, okay? For my Elay, I respect Ochosi, and whoever Ochosi marks and whatever he says, coming from this Elay and what people need to receive, that is a blessing. But take your time. These different Orishas have went through so much through the children who were priest and priestess and that were crowned. Chango, for example, Agayu, that made the sacrifice to hide these secrets and to bring them with their children. We don't have them on a chopping block in a market. You call me, and I have many godchildren, and I love to stay within my Elay. And they say, oh, I saw your video, Madrina. I want to receive Oshumare. I'm going to make sure that you have a reading to do so, because there was enough, how do I say, selling and trading and exploitation through the slave trade of our African people, that they need to be respected, and the energies that they brought here needs to be respected. So I'm not going to give you something if it's not marked for you, with all blessing. So in understanding the energy of Oshumare is to understand the love within yourself, to know that when you look at the promise in the rainbow, let's think about what the energies of the rainbow mean. Well, when you look back at the Bible, it also is God's promise. It is also his promise, never to flood the earth. Look at the depth of Olodumare, Maferefun Olodumare, and in blessings to your house. Please respect your Elay. If whatever they ask you, and once you have a good relationship with them, and you love your godparent, and they love you, and you come together, talk to them, question them, ask them. It's okay to ask, excuse me, what I heard about this Orisha, Oshumare, how he works with Chango, how he is the son of Nana Boruku, and he also has a lot to do with Agayu and Oya. But study some things that you are looking at on the internet that I have seen, certain blogs and saying certain things is not necessarily the truth, because these things are being developed through, I don't know, people are inventing things. For example, I read a blog where someone cut up watermelon and they took a bath and they said that's their baño for Yemaya. Please understand, when you're following tradition, follow the tradition in practice. If you are in Lukumi and Santeria and you know that you're Yabo, Maferefun and blessing to Orisha and Ocha, there are reasons why these 7 days of laying in the throne and being close to the ground brings you life. It's a sign of fertility. It's a sign of growth. And in the heavens, it's the blessing of Olodumare, Olorum. To understand that everything has a reason for everything else. So in understanding the impact that Orisha has had on the world, do know that when you receive this knowledge, it is little by little, and blessings to those, and many blessings to those who are interested in studying about Oshumare. But be careful in what you study. Do know that Oshumare is a beautiful Orisha of fertility, of respect, and of wisdom. And he will give you clarity. But he is nothing to sleep on and sing, oh, so sweet and calm. Oshumare is no joke. Oshumare is bold, and he has a lot of mysteries behind him. And he is a very strong Orisha. So in blessing, if you looked for this video and you just received him, in blessings to you that was marked to receive Oshumare and understanding Oshumare, and in blessings to the world, may Oshumare continue to guide us all and give us strength, love, peace, power, and plenty. And know that as above, so below. Let the rain fall down and let everything glow on you. Alafia, aho, I say namaste, and thank you for watching Shadow of Wolves. Ashe.